Okay, so tonight I am going to make a smothered pork chop using the microwave pressure cooker. It's going to take about 20 to 25 minutes, including prep time. The first thing that I'm going to do is actually slice my onion very thin using the mandolin. You always want to make sure you use the guard to protect your hands and fingers. As you can see, this goes all the way around, like my whole hand doesn't even fit on it, so it's perfect. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do this one-handed. Just back and forth. So kind of a hard onion, I guess. As you can see, it's all very thin. The great thing about using a mandolin is that everything cuts in the same width or same, well, I guess width or same thickness, so that it cooks evenly. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to season my pork chops. So I am going to season the pork chops using Tupperware steak and chop seasoning. This is actually a really good seasoning. I keep mine in the seasoning holders or shakers because it keeps all, it's airtight, liquid tight, so it locks out all moisture. Seasonings usually will go bad within 6 months. They lose their potency if they're not in an airtight, liquid tight container. So I'm gonna rub that around and move this out of the way. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the pork chops into the pressure cooker. I'm just going to lay them in there. One of the main things you want to do when using the pressure cooker is make sure everything is covered in liquid. This pressure cooker has 3 safety features on it to keep it from like the old-fashioned metal ones that blow up. The first one is this ring on the inside. Too much pressure builds. The first thing it's going to do is collapse into itself. The second feature, I need better lighting, is the release valve, or the pressure release valve on the outside. Also, this locks into place, so that lock will pop first. Pressure will release from here. Then you have your pressure indicator valve, which I always remove before I wash this, so that it is doesn't get lost, because it is a detachable piece. So that just goes in there, and this is going to tell you when the pressure is full and when it's safe to open. Okay, so next I'm just going to put the onion on top. This is going to give it a little extra flavor. Now you can serve this with a steamed rice or stuffing, as it's loved in my household. Again, this is a super easy meal. Okay, so for the smothering, I just use a cream of mushroom soup and a cream of celery soup. Sometimes I'll just use the cream of 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. Usually just 1 can of each works well. And I want to make sure everything is covered. Now, one of the things I need to do is get a spatula in here. So I'm going to set you, actually I'm not going to set you down. I'm just going to pause it while I take care of that. Okay, so I got the rest of it out. Again, I'm just going to make sure that everything is covered with the soup mix. Now, I like to add just a little bit of water to create a better pressure in there. Not a whole lot. Sometimes I'll add a little bit more if there's not enough soup in there to cover, depending on how thick the pork loin chops are. So to close the pressure cooker, all you're going to do is match up the 2 arrows with the arrow on the top, and then turn it, it's hard to do one-handed, and lock it down. So I guess if I can do it one-handed, anybody can do it one-handed. So now all I'm going to do is lift it up. Should I do it one-handed? Probably not. So you guys are going to have to walk all the way over here with me. Kind of funny. I had somebody who said they were going to help me start recording videos, and they haven't yet. So kind of on my own on this. So thank you for your patience and not being too judgmental. So all we're going to do is pop that in the microwave. I'm going to do 15 minutes. So I'm not going to make you watch the timer for 15 minutes. I'll pause it right before we come back, before it goes off. Okay, so the countdown is on. So I'm going to open this, I'm going to show it to you. Hopefully you'll be able to hear the pressure that's built up. So as you can see, ooh, steamy. Sorry, didn't mean to steam you guys out. As you can hear, that's the pressure from the pressure cooker. The indicator valve is still completely up. So it's got to completely fall, which means all the pressure releases so that we can open it up. Otherwise, as I found out the first time I used it, it will blow up everywhere. So we're going to let that sit. In the meantime, I'm going to make some rice. Okay, so as you can see, the pressure relief valve is down. It was all the way up. So it is now safe to open. It's going to turn, lift off the lid. So there's some pork chops. I have really bad lighting in my kitchen, I just realized. Like really bad. And the pork chops are almost falling apart inside. So that is a quick, serve it with your favorite vegetable, and you've got a 15-20 minute meal including prep. Tops 25. Have a good night.